Shout out to Craig Jarrett for sending me this story right here, coming out of Miami. Yet again, we are back in freaking Florida. And when I saw the title of the video, well, not the video, of the article that I'm about to read to you, I only saw one part of it. And basically, it was Florida mom in car knocked out with a crack pipe and the child was in the vehicle. I said, okay, it's another one of those stories. But then when I actually clicked the link of the article, it had the full title up there. It read, "Mom found in car with a crack pipe and a kid, cops say. She blamed a black guy." If anybody would like to know why we over here call the palm-colored woman the historical white bitch, which is a remix of a terminology from another YouTuber who called them something else. This is why. Historically, palm-colored women have been known to blame black men for a lot of their ills. Over the years, over the course of decades. Now, I'm just curious as to how a black man was able to be whisked into this situation right here. I swear that should be an Olympic event. Like, they should insert that in there somehow. It'll be a lot of gold medal winners for that. But let's get into it. A Sunrise mother was charged with child neglect, among other felonies Tuesday, police say, after they found her unconscious in a running car with a crack pipe and a sleeping child. Once Michelle Virgilio, it sounds Italian, age 25, woke up to Davy cops handing her son over to her mother and heard the charges against her, Officer Nicholas Corey's arrest, reports claim she said that effing N-word placed that crack pipe in there. So she's blaming a black man who most likely is all in her head, because with her on that stuff, it's a whole bunch of shit floating in her head. She says a black man, an effing N-word in her, that's what she said, placed that crack pipe there. Yet again, a black man is blamed for something someone else did. Davie police placed Michelle in custody. The report says this involved enough of a fuss that Michelle is charged with resisting an officer with violence and battery on a law enforcement officer, in addition to child neglect, possession of a controlled substance without a prescription, and possession of drug paraphernalia. Tuesday night, Davie police say they were called to the A to Z food and beverage parking lot 13140 State Road 84 to deal with a woman passed out in a parked car with the motor running and a child in the back seat. Collier wrote that he spotted a black Chevrolet truck parked over two spots and Michelle unconscious with an open 305 cigarette box in her right hand with a glass pipe inside. Her son was sleeping in a car seat that wasn't secured. While Corrier turned off the truck and tended to the son, Davie Fire Rescue arrived to deal with an awakening but staggering Michelle. Her mother was called to take care of her son. After her accusation of an unseen black person, Corrier said he found a chore boy, a copper wire thing he knew was used for smoking illegal narcotics, out of glass pipes. On the way to the police station, the 4'11", 130-pound Michelle began kicking at the police cruiser's windows, and report says, when warned she might be pepper sprayed if she kept up the kicking, she said, "Do it, pussy," while keeping up with the kicking. Corrier pepper sprayed her. Michelle kept kicking at the police station, hitting glass doors in the leg of an officer as she attempted to strike his groin area. Her bond was set at $1,100. Why so low? But yeah, like I said, she had to find a way to blame a black man for what was going on with her, because she felt that if she did that, like many others of her ilk, it would absolve her of what she did. But the fact of the matter is, this skank was passed out in her car with a crack pipe there that she clearly used with her child in the backseat of the car. So I'm guessing the black man placed her child in danger as well, right? She had no parts and having her child there while she decided to get her fix in. When I read this story, it reminded me of the time that cop found those two palm-colored people passed out in the front seat of their car from an opioid overdose while the child in the back seat was crying, and they got mad at the cop for recording it. Found those images. They got mad at the cop for recording them passed out in the car. I couldn't believe it, but then again, I could believe it. But yeah, it's no surprise here of the entire story, even down to her, like I said, in blaming an imaginary black man. I mean, the saga never ends. It never ends. Like many have said, black men in America are the canary in the coal mine. Everything that happens somehow is our fault. I will not be surprised if black men are to be blamed for this virus that's floating around the world right now, even though we know where it came from. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this down in the comments. Like, share, subscribe. Make sure to follow me on Twitter if you haven't done so already. Have your notifications turned on, and I'll talk to you in the next one.